This is the steam cleaner. I've been using this for a while now, so I figured I'd share some thoughts. It's a handheld steam cleaner with 6 steam settings, a heat-up time of about 15 seconds, and 16 accessories. I've mainly used it in the kitchen, around the bathroom, on tile grout, and for a few small cleaning jobs inside my car. Getting it ready is simple. I fill the tank with water, attach the tool I need, plug it in, and wait for it to heat. It starts producing steam quickly. Mine is usually ready in around 15 seconds, though I still give it a little extra time if the steam looks too wet at the start. The 6 steam levels are useful because I don't need the same amount of steam for every surface. I use a lower setting around window frames, painted areas, and lighter messes. I turn it up for greasy spots near the stove or dirt stuck between tiles. The adjustment is easy to understand, and I can change it while I'm working. I was a little worried that the steam would come out in short, weak bursts. That hasn't been my experience. The output stays steady enough for small and medium cleaning jobs. It loosens grime rather than making it disappear on contact. I still need to wipe the area with a cloth afterward, and some old stains need more than one pass. The kitchen is where I've used it the most. It helps soften grease around the stovetop, backsplash, and edges of the oven door. I hold the nozzle close to the dirty area for a few seconds, then wipe it before the grease cools down again. This works better than spraying cleaner and waiting for it to soak, especially in narrow gaps. On tile grout, the small brush attachment has been the most useful one for me. Steam loosens the surface dirt, and the brush helps lift it away. I try not to press too hard because the bristles can bend over time. Letting the heat do most of the work has given me better results than aggressive scrubbing. The attachment set covers most of the jobs I expected. There are brushes for small areas, a narrow nozzle for corners, tools for glass and fabric, and pieces that help extend the reach. I don't use all 16 accessories regularly. A few stay in storage most of the time, but I like having different brush shapes for tight spaces. The window tool works, but it leaves moisture behind. I need to follow it with a dry microfiber cloth, or I get streaks. The same thing happens on mirrors and smooth tile. That isn't unusual for a steam cleaner, but it's worth knowing if the goal is to finish a surface in one step. The tank is fine for spot cleaning and working through one room. It isn't large enough for a long cleaning session without stopping. When I clean the kitchen and bathroom back to back, I usually need to add more water. That's the trade-off with a handheld unit. It's easier to carry, but it doesn't run as long as a larger canister steam cleaner. Compared with a bigger steam cleaner I've used, this one is easier to take out for a quick job. I don't have to move a large tank around or wait several minutes for it to warm up. The larger machine has a longer runtime and feels more suited to floors or multiple rooms. This handheld model makes more sense when I want to clean grout, appliance edges, sink areas, or the inside of a car. The size is manageable, though it gets heavier after holding it for a while with a full tank. My hand was fine during short jobs. During longer sessions, I found myself switching hands or setting it down for a minute. The hose and narrow attachments help because I don't always have to hold the whole body at an awkward angle. Inside the car, I used it around cup holders, door pockets, and gaps near the center console. The narrow nozzle reached places that are annoying to clean with a cloth. I was careful around screens, electrical controls, leather, and glued trim. Steam brings heat and moisture, so I don't hold it in one spot for long. Surface safety was one of my main concerns before using it. I avoid unsealed wood, delicate paint, cold glass, and anything that could react badly to heat. When I'm unsure, I test a hidden area with the lowest setting. I also keep the nozzle moving instead of concentrating steam on one point. Another thing I noticed is that a little water may come out when the unit has just started heating or after it has been sitting between uses. I point the nozzle toward a sink or an old towel before using it on the actual surface. After that, the output becomes more consistent. Maintenance is basic, but I don't skip it. I let the cleaner cool, empty any water left in the tank, and allow the parts to dry before storing them. If the local tap water has a lot of minerals, using distilled water may help reduce buildup. I also rinse the brush heads because grease and dirt collect around the bristles. This cleaner makes the most sense for someone who does frequent spot cleaning. It's useful in apartments, smaller homes, kitchens, bathrooms, and car interiors. I'd also consider it if I wanted to reduce how often I use strong cleaning sprays. Steam still requires wiping and sometimes scrubbing, so I wouldn't expect it to replace every cleaning product. I wouldn't choose it for cleaning large floors or several rooms in one session. The smaller tank and handheld weight make that less convenient. A canister model would be a better fit for long jobs. For grout lines, corners, kitchen grease, and small detailing work, this one is practical and quick to set up. My recommendation is fairly simple. If you want a compact steam cleaner for targeted jobs and you're okay with refilling the tank during longer sessions, this one does what I need it to do. The fast heat up, adjustable output, and attachment selection make it useful, but it still needs a cloth, a little patience, and some care around delicate surfaces. If you have any questions about the steam cleaner, leave them in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more honest product reviews. Thank you for watching.